When I make a magic ring, I put a loop in the end of my yarn, and then I'll use this to anchor the magic ring closed. Some people say that a magic ring done correctly won't come undone, but that's just not true. They do sometimes come undone. First of all, wrap the yarn around your fingers like this to make the magic ring center. Put your hook through the center of this loop and pull on some yarn. Wrap the yarn around your fingers however you usually do to crochet and do a single chain. That just anchors the start of your magic ring. Now we're going to do 8 single crochets into the center. Sometimes patterns ask for 6 in the center, sometimes they ask for 8, sometimes more, but my patterns are usually with 8 single crochet in the center. So put your hook through the center of the ring, yarn over, pull it through. Now you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. That's 1 single crochet. So we'll do that again. Put your hook through the center, yarn over, pull through the center. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of them. And that's your 2nd single crochet. You can tighten this a little bit as you go, but you need to leave enough space to fit 8 single crochets around that ring. So here's the 3rd one. Put your hook through the center, yarn over and pull through. Now there are 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of them. Here comes the 4th one. Put your hook in the center again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now the 5th, put your hook into the center, yarn over, pull through. There are 2 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over and pull through both of them. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that there's a little teardrop shape. That's the top of each of your stitches. So put your hook through the center again, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Put your hook in the center again, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through both of them. We'll check again. I think we're 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't count the loop that's already on your crochet hook, so we just need 1 more, the 8th one. Put your hook in the center again, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through both of them. Now you need to close your magic ring. Pull your working yarn through to make a big loop so you don't accidentally pull that shut as well. Then you get this short tail and pull it tight. As you pull it tight, you can see that center ring closing. It gives an extra little tug as the 2nd row of the loop comes closed, and you can see that that's nice and tightly closed. You can pull hard again. Then you put your hook back into your work. When you pull it down, make sure that the one that's being pulled through is the top one on your hook. As we crochet around the 2nd row, we're going to trap that yarn tail inside. So put your hook through. Remember I said that there's a little loop there that looks a bit like a teardrop. You need to go in underneath both of those pieces. So the first one's a little hard because the magic ring has pulled it closed tight. So there's the front leg and you need to go behind the back leg as well. So there you can see the hook is between the main work and those 2 legs of that stitch. Put your tail in there as well. Yarn over and pull through some yarn. Then yarn over and pull through both of them. And in this first stitch we're going to make an increase, and an increase means that you do 2 of these stitches, which are single crochet stitches, into the first space. So put your hook through there again. It's a bit of a tight squeeze to get in there. Yarn over and pull through that space. Then yarn over and pull through both of them. As you're working and manipulating this to get that first stitch in, sometimes this does loosen, so make sure you do check to see that that's nice and tight. And now we'll move on to the next space created by that next little loop there. So you need to go underneath both the front and back of those loops. Can you see there? There's a front loop and a front leg and a back leg of that loop. And we're also going to trap that yarn tail. So yarn over and pull through that space, yarn over and pull through both loops. So we've done 2 in one space, now we're doing 1 in one space, and the next one we'll do 2 in one space again. So put your hook through behind both the front and back legs of that loop that was there. Hook on some yarn and pull it through. Make sure you're trapping this tail as well. Yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And this was an increase, so we're going in the same stitch again. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through both of them. Now we're going to go into the next stitch along. Put your hook through again behind both the front and back legs of that stitch and hide the tail. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through both loops. So we now have one loop on our hook, and we're going to go into the next space. So go behind the front and back legs of that stitch, hide the tail, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both of them. And we're up to an increase. You can see that there are 2 stitches here and 1 stitch here, so we're up to 2 stitches in this one. Put your hook through the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through both of them. We're nearly there. So into the next space, go through again behind the front and back legs of that stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. And here is our last increase in this round. Put your hook through behind both the front and back of that stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both of these loops, and then again into the same hole, yarn over and pull through that hole, and yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Now we're in our last stitch for that round. Put your hook through there, and you can see we've reached the end where my knot is. I don't want to crochet this into my work or it'll create a bump. So I'm just going to hold that behind now. And we're going to do a regular single crochet here. So we need to put a round marker in here so that we can find when we reach the end of our rounds. And the next space needs an increase. So I'll put my hook into the space here behind the front and back parts of that loop. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through both of them. So I've done 1 single crochet. Now I'm going to do another one in the same space for that increase. And checking behind, you can see that that knot is not going to be part of my stitch now. So I'm going to crochet through that knot to anchor that yarn tail so it can't ever come undone. So put your crochet hook through the next space behind the front and back legs of that stitch. Put your hook through the little loop that's on the end of that yarn tail. Pull the yarn through all of that, then pull the yarn through both loops. And this loop is big enough to go into the next stitch as well. So we'll go into the next space, go behind the front and back parts of that loop, go into the loop at the end of the yarn tail, and pull some yarn through all of those except the one on the hook. Now we have 2 on the hook, and we're going to yarn over and pull through both of them. So now, even if you have a very rough child playing with whatever you're making, that little loop there will anchor the yarn tail so it can't come undone. Next we're going to do an increase in the next space. So here's the next space here. So we'll do 2 single crochets there. Here's one, and in the same space here's the second one. There'll be a single crochet in the next space, a single crochet in the following space, and then an increase. So put your hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then in the same space again, because it's an increase, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both of them. The next 2 stitches have 1 single crochet in each stitch. This is typical of how most of the magic rings in my pattern start for the first 3 rows. After that, it can change greatly depending on what you're trying to make. The next stitch is an increase. So single crochet in there and another single crochet beside it in the same space. Then there's a single crochet in the next space and a single crochet in the next space. And that's the end of that round. So if we were to keep going, you'd move your line marker into here and then continue in the next round. That's how I start almost all of my amigurumi creatures. If you want to make cute amigurumi creatures like these little guys, it's definitely worth your time to master making magic rings. Most of my amigurumi have at least 2 magic rings. This squashed frog doorstopper has 21 magic rings. Check out my other videos for crochet lessons and tutorials to make cute creatures like my squashed frog doorstopper.